Growing up in a society where you have fast food, quick access, internet, and things of this nature, sometimes it can be very difficult to empathize with people who lived in the past. In this kind of a society, sometimes it can become very easy to judge other people based off of our standards, based off of our social mores, based off of our historical context in the present time. We forget that when we're talking about history, we have to look at it in its proper context. So, having said all that, here's 3 reasons why I think Robert E. Lee joined the South and fighting against the North. Let's see. I decided I'd fire up this game called North and South by Nintendo, and you push the Z to change if you want the player or if you want a computer. Here, down here, level 1 and level 2 and level 3, you can change the level of difficulty. I'm gonna stick with level 1 here. You can choose to be attacked by Indians, hampered by weather, or get reinforcements. Then you can set the year here, that's fine, and then just click go right there. Okay, so 3 reasons why I think Robert E. Lee joined the South. So first of all, he had family and he didn't want to, face them if he lost the war, or if he lost the war, he didn't want to have them turn against him, because if he would have fought for the North, he would have been stuck in the North, and therefore he would have been more accepted in the North, but his home was in the South. The second reason is that Robert E. Lee was primarily a soldier, and as a soldier, there's 2 fears. The first fear is being perceived a coward, and the second one being perceived as a traitor to your country. And here you can push Z to fight against the... Here, Z again to fight against, to shoot, or to shoot your bullets if you're soldiers, or if you are not soldiers, you can switch by pushing the X. Anyway, moving on, he was a soldier, and 2 fears when it comes to being a soldier is primarily being perceived as a traitor or a coward. And I don't think Robert E. Lee wanted to stand by, and he could have taken neutral. He could have taken neutral. He could have been neutral about it and just would have ran away. Could have been neutral about it and just run away and hit off somewhere, but I don't think he wanted to stand by and watch his family just get torn to bits and get involved in a war that would have lost a lot of lives. So I think that as a soldier he felt like that he had a duty to fight. Well, that was fast. Okay, I defeated the South in 4 months. It's time to make America the land of freedom. When I first read that, I thought it said make America great again. So anyway, okay, let's up their levels and make him level 2 and make me level 2. And this time I'll still be with the North. You can actually win as the South, but anyway. So those are the 2 reasons. What was the 3rd reason? Actually, we did all 3 of the reasons. His family and friends were from the South. Most of his life was spent in the South, and he didn't want to be perceived as a coward. Those are 3 reasons why he did what he did, and he made the choices that he did. I know everybody has their different opinion. The thing that really, I guess, makes me upset is when I hear people say things like Robert E. Lee is racist because he fought against the North, and the North was against slavery while the South wasn't. Really, you've got to understand the environment that the South was in, the layout of the land. You go back even prior to the establishment of America, and one of the things that you discover is actually the simple fact. One of the things you discover is the simple fact that in the South, even when they were trying to settle Plymouth, the South was not an ideal place to live, and the Pilgrims actually were down there for 5 or 6 months looking for signs of life, and they never actually found any signs of life whatsoever. And due to the 5 months of wandering around in there, in the swamps and the mud and stuff like that, they decided to go up north to Jamestown and Plymouth. And that's the reason why they didn't move down south, was because, very simply, the South was not really an ideal place for anybody to live or have any food, make much in the way of food. Okay, now this should be interesting. Okay. So okay, he killed me. The South killed me. The South won? You've got to be kidding. Arr. Okay. Anyway, the South won. The South won that match. I heard a rumor that you could actually make it go up to 2,000 whatever, but we won't do that. My main thing that I really, people don't understand the historical context of which the Civil War arose, due to the economic climate and also, the environment. If you look at history, it was the North that really revolutionized, came up with the ideas for machinery and made all of the they helped start the Industrial Revolution, actually, as a matter of fact. But, up north, in the northern part of America, you have more access to resources than you do down in the South. And so the Civil War, for me anyway, it wasn't just an issue of, it was all about slavery. That was part of the issue, but the bigger issue was actually that, I say bigger because in that cultural context, slavery was a social norm. It was accepted, as a matter of fact. And even white people enslaved each other's in something called indentured servitude. So if a poor white person worked for somebody as a slave for 5 years, they could get their own home with a little garden in the backyard, for example, and have a place for their family to settle down, and that was acceptable, perfectly acceptable. So it was people made slaves out of each other, both the blacks and the whites. So this issue of it was just all about black people, it wasn't. Like I said before, slavery was acceptable in society at the time. Well, it looks like my little northern buddy is gonna die, but I'm gonna try to get to the fort down here. Oh no. Okay. This guy from the South. How does he do that? My goodness. Okay, he's trying to rob my stagecoach. Hey. Sometimes this computer, man, I tell you. Ah, yes, finally. I just have to keep doing this. turn into a Bruce Lee, a regular Bruce Lee. Are you good? Bye-bye, buddy. Can't get past me. I stopped him from getting my train of supplies, and now I can have another soldier. Oh, looks like I need to protect my fort. Well, I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that's pretty. I think that's going to be a very good idea. I should actually probably try to take their fort, which is right here, which is right there next to the train, where the train is at. Dang. Dag, son. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm gonna reinforce my fort. I'm curious. Oh. Okay. I only have one cannon. Okay. This is not good. Okay. And this... I don't know if that was the wisest decision to make. But anyway, getting back on track here. So, first and foremost... Dang. See, man. Okay. Come on, north. North. Let's go north. Go north. Let's go. Dang. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. I'm pretty scared now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move up here. Yeah. I should probably try to... Oh, no. Okay. I don't like this part. Oh. Ah! Ah! Dang. This is the thing that I don't like about this game. It always tries to kill me. Okay, well, I think he's gonna get my fort. Man. Well, I guess the moral of the story is I can play the North in easy peasy mode, but I can't play the North in the difficult, at the harder levels. So, why did I make this video? Well, part of the reason is due to the latest craze in tearing down Confederate monuments. While many people seem overjoyed, clapping and cheering at seeing the monuments go, what they don't really understand is that they are aiding and destroying our nation's memory of the past, and are actually helping our nation's enemies in rewriting it. We should learn from the past so that we don't make the same mistakes that others have made, and so that we can continue to help preserve our personal liberties and that of our children's. If we don't make the effort to help preserve those liberties by remembering the past, appreciating it, and using it to help us make better choices in the future, someone else will rewrite our past, determine our future, and take away our personal liberties. So what do you think? Why did we fight the Civil War? Did we absolutely have to fight it, or could it have been avoided? Why or why not? And what do you think about all those white and black people in the past who became slaves so that they could get some land or a house of their own? Let me know what you think by commenting. I'm Ed. See you next time.